President Donald Trump just scored a major win at the U.S. Supreme Court, and it's going to reshape federal power in a big way. But before we get into that, please like, comment, and share Explain America. We appreciate your support for common sense journalism. In a 6-3 decision, the court ruled that President Trump has full authority to remove 3 Democrat members from the Consumer Product Safety Commission, a supposedly independent agency that had refused to step aside after Trump fired them earlier this year. They were Biden appointees. They had years left on their terms, but the court said, too bad. Quote, the Constitution gives the president control of the executive branch, unquote, the ruling states, echoing earlier decisions that empowered Trump to clean house at other federal agencies. And that's exactly what happened here. Trump fired 3 Democrats on the 5-member commission. No explanation, no cause, just removed, as presidents are allowed to do under the Constitution. But a Biden-appointed judge, Matthew Maddox, tried to block it. He said the firings were unlawful because they can only be removed for neglect or duty or malfeasance. Wrong. The Supreme Court overruled him. The 3 liberal justices, they dissented, led by Kagan, who said that Trump didn't have the regulatory authority and that agencies have to answer to the president and not operate as an unelected 4th branch of government. And that's what the SCOTUS said. So now let's get real. The CPSC isn't about baby toys and toaster recalls. It's one of a dozens of so-called independent boards that push Democrat-aligned policy even when voters choose a Republican president. So for decades, these boards were protected by 1935 ruling, Humphrey's Executor, which said presidents can't fire certain officials without cause. And that ruling gave birth to the modern administrative state, a bloated network of commissions and boards immune from electoral accountability. But now, that era is ending. The court didn't overturn Humphrey's Executor outright, not yet. But even Justin Kagan admits the majority has all but overturned it already. So here's what it means. Trump can remove partisan holdovers, even if they're serving fixed terms. The FTC, FCC, NLRB, and other agencies could face similar shakeups. And the president gets his power back. No more rogue commissioners blocking his agenda from the shadows. So this isn't the only removal case in motion. Last week, a federal judge ordered Rebecca Slaughter reinstated at the FTC, another Biden appointee, and she came back to work. But Tuesday, she was blocked again by a higher court. So their scheme is unraveling. The deep state thought it could somehow hold out against Trump's return to office and just drag their feet and try to protect their power at all costs, even if it means violating laws and obstructing his agenda however they possibly can. But Trump is back in charge, and he is getting wins in the courts, and it's just a matter of time before these Democrats are shown the door and they're put out on the streets where they belong because they were not elected to be in the executive branch. President Trump was elected to be in the executive branch, so bye-bye. Hasta la vista. If you have any thoughts on this story, we'd like to get your feedback. Thank you for watching Explain America.